We're trying a suggestion by h2opower, and this is our first attempt. And I have to admit, I don't know what I'm doing, so if it doesn't work, it's probably my fault. But anyways, we're giving it a whirl. We have 4 tube cells in this canister of water. 2 of them are protected with shrink wrap on the outside, and 2 are not. They're all 4 of them are 6-inch, and they're just 2 double cells. They get an inner and outer. 2 of them are sealed on the inside too, and 2 of them aren't. Whatever, they're not perfect, but they're in there. The black wire is the negative, the white wire is the outside. This is the inductor that we tried to wrap as close to. It's a Max Miller E-core, and we tried to wrap that as closely to how Stan Myers did his with the 4 layers, the cardboard, and all that stuff, the 18 gauge. h2opower suggested that since we have some more inductors, that we put them in, that we hook them up together. But you know how instructions go, I don't really fully understand. So we're putting these in series, and so we put one in, and then we put another one in, and it didn't really seem to make much of a difference. They're in series, they're wired similar, so one right after another. And if I turn this on, let me see if I can get a shot, and I'll flip the switch. So we turn this on, and it starts making hydrogen. And the sound you're hearing is pretty much that inductor there. So that one's making the sound. And it seems to have quite a bit of flux. But we're not quite sure, because these may literally be just wrapped tighter. We may have pulled the tape tighter, and so they may have as much flux, but we can't hear or feel it. But I don't think it's there. This wire is also, whoops. This wire is also different. I think 2 of the wires shorted there, touched. But anyhow, the point is the same. These 2 are wired differently. They've got insulated wire on the outside. These were just some of the experiments that we were playing with, because we wanted to try 2 that were the same the other day. So we wired these 2 the same, and we, instead of losing track of the wires, we used a red one and a black one, which made it a little easier to play with. So these 2 green ones are wired the same, but they are wired differently than that inductor there. But we feel that this is a much stronger inductor. The 18 gauge wire is going to be bigger, and it's wrapped more closely to what Myers wrapped his. So we were thinking that this was the better inductor. So we tried this one first, then we added a second one, then we added a third one. And on the, let me try flipping this on. Oh, I think we blew the fuse. Anyways, we were at 52 volts. Now it's dead, but we were at 52 volts and 4 amps. And it didn't matter whether we had 1, 2, or 3 on here. We had the same amount of, pretty much the same voltage and the same amperage. So that didn't work, but it may not have worked because we have it wired wrong. It may not have worked because we're using dissimilar inductors. It may not have worked because the insulation on these inductors is, messing it up. We don't know. So we're going to try just maybe using these 2 green inductors and see if there's a difference in how they react together, because they are fairly similar. So we're going to try another shot doing that and see if that changes anything up after I replace the fuse. Clay King. Bye.